Welcome back to Hydrohaven, fellow soil builders. Today we're diving into the transformative world of creating your own organic matter and compost to resurrect even the most stubborn, unproductive soil. After years of watching gardeners struggle with lifeless dirt that refuses to grow anything worthwhile, I've developed a systematic approach that turns kitchen scraps and yard waste into black gold that makes plants absolutely thrive. This isn't just about recycling. It's about understanding how to engineer soil biology that works harder for your garden than any expensive fertilizer ever could. Creating compost from household waste requires understanding the science behind decomposition rather than just throwing scraps in a pile and hoping for the best. The key is maintaining the proper carbon to nitrogen ratio, which should be approximately 30 parts carbon-rich materials to 1 part nitrogen-rich materials. This ratio feeds the microorganisms that break down your organic waste while preventing the anaerobic conditions that create nasty odors. Your kitchen provides an endless supply of nitrogen-rich materials, often called greens in composting terminology. Vegetable scraps, fruit peels, coffee grounds, and eggshells all fall into this category. Coffee grounds are particularly valuable because they are already partially decomposed, which accelerates the entire composting process. Save your coffee filters too, they're excellent carbon material that breaks down quickly. The carbon-rich brown materials often require more creativity to source consistently. Dried leaves are the gold standard, but most gardeners don't have year-round access to them. Shredded newspaper, cardboard, and even paper towels provide excellent carbon sources. Avoid glossy papers or anything with heavy inks, but plain newsprint and cardboard break down beautifully while balancing your nitrogen-rich kitchen scraps. The secret to accelerating decomposition lies in size and moisture management. Chopping kitchen scraps into smaller pieces dramatically increases surface area for microorganisms to work on. A whole apple core might take months to decompose, but chopped into inch-sized pieces, it breaks down in weeks. Similarly, tearing cardboard into strips rather than adding whole pieces speeds up the process significantly. The most efficient home composting setup uses a 3-bin system that allows continuous compost production without the feast or famine cycles that frustrate many gardeners. You don't need expensive manufactured bins. Simple wire cages or wooden pallets create perfectly functional compartments that cost almost nothing to build. The first bin receives fresh materials and starts the initial decomposition process. Layer your greens and browns like you're making lasagna, adding water as you build to achieve the moisture level of a wrung-out sponge. This bin should be actively managed, turning the materials every few weeks to maintain proper aeration and prevent anaerobic conditions that create unpleasant odors. Your second bin contains materials that have moved beyond the initial heating phase and are in active decomposition. These materials require less frequent turning but benefit from occasional monitoring to ensure proper moisture levels. This middle stage typically lasts 2 to 3 months, depending on your climate and the materials you're composting. The third bin holds finished or nearly finished compost that's ready for use or final aging. This mature compost has a rich, earthy smell and crumbly texture that indicates the decomposition process is complete. Having 3 bins operating simultaneously means you always have compost in various stages of completion, providing a steady supply for your garden's needs. Worm castings represent the ultimate organic matter for soil improvement, and integrating them strategically amplifies the benefits of your regular compost exponentially. These castings aren't just fertilizer, they're perfectly balanced soil conditioners that contain beneficial microorganisms, plant growth hormones, and nutrients in forms that plants can immediately access. The key to maximizing worm casting benefits lies in application timing and placement. Rather than broadcasting castings across your entire garden, concentrate them in the root zones where plants can most effectively utilize their benefits. Mix worm castings directly into planting holes when transplanting seedlings, or side dress established plants with a handful of castings worked into the soil around the base. Creating your own worm casting supply requires minimal space and effort while providing maximum return on investment. A simple worm bin constructed from plastic storage containers can process your kitchen scraps while producing premium castings continuously. Red wigglers thrive on the same organic materials you'd add to regular compost, but they process waste faster and produce more concentrated nutrients. The magic happens when you combine fresh compost with aged worm castings in your garden applications. The compost provides bulk organic matter and slow-release nutrients, while the worm castings deliver immediately available nutrition and beneficial microorganisms. This combination creates an ideal environment for plant roots while building long-term soil health. Standard composting timelines frustrate many gardeners who want to see immediate results from their soil-building efforts. Several techniques can dramatically reduce the time from kitchen scraps to finished compost while improving the final product quality. Understanding these acceleration methods transforms composting from a slow background process into an active soil-building strategy. Temperature management plays a crucial role in composting speed and pathogen elimination. Properly managed compost piles reach internal temperatures between 130 and 160 degrees Fahrenheit, which kills weed seeds and harmful bacteria while speeding decomposition. Monitoring pile temperature with a long-stem thermometer helps you understand when to turn materials for optimal results. Adding compost activators introduces beneficial microorganisms that jump-start the decomposition process. Commercial activators work well, but you can create equally effective homemade versions using finished compost, garden soil, or even a handful of healthy soil from an established garden bed. These materials inoculate your new compost pile with the diverse microbiology needed for efficient breakdown. The turning schedule significantly impacts composting speed and final product quality. Frequent turning during the first month maintains proper aeration and distributes moisture evenly throughout the pile. As decomposition progresses, reduce turning frequency to avoid disrupting the beneficial fungal networks that develop during later stages of the process. Even experienced composters encounter challenges that can slow progress or create unpleasant conditions. Understanding these common issues and their solutions prevents frustration while ensuring consistent compost production. Most problems stem from imbalanced ratios, moisture issues, or inadequate aeration. Foul odors indicate anaerobic conditions caused by too much moisture, insufficient carbon materials, or inadequate turning. The solution involves adding dry carbon materials like shredded leaves or paper, improving drainage, and increasing turning frequency until proper aerobic conditions return. A properly managed compost pile should smell earthy and pleasant, never putrid or ammonia-like. Creating excellent compost is only half the battle. Applying it strategically determines how effectively it transforms your unproductive soil. Different application methods serve different purposes, and understanding when and how to use each approach maximizes your soil-building investment. Top-dressing established garden beds with an inch or two of finished compost provides slow-release nutrition while gradually improving soil structure. This method works particularly well for perennial gardens and established vegetable beds where you don't want to disturb existing root systems. The compost slowly integrates into the soil through earthworm activity and natural weathering. Incorporating compost directly into planting areas provides immediate benefits for new plantings, while jump-starting soil improvement in problematic areas. Work compost into the top 6 to 8 inches of soil before planting, creating an ideal root environment that encourages rapid establishment and vigorous growth. The sandwich method works exceptionally well for transforming severely degraded soil. Layer compost alternately with existing soil, creating organic matter distribution throughout the root zone. The journey from unproductive soil to thriving garden beds starts with implementing these organic matter strategies consistently over time. Soil building is a process, not an event, and the compounding effects of regular compost additions create dramatic improvements that synthetic fertilizers simply cannot match. Start small with a simple composting system, and gradually expand as you gain experience and see results in your garden. Document your progress with photos and notes, tracking which areas improve most dramatically with different organic matter applications. Remember that soil transformation takes time, but the rewards are worth every effort you invest. Healthy, biologically active soil supports stronger plants, reduces water and fertilizer needs, and creates the foundation for long-term gardening success that gets better every year. If this guide has inspired you to start building better soil through compost and organic matter, share it with your fellow gardeners who are struggling with unproductive growing conditions. Don't forget to subscribe to HydroHaven for more in-depth soil building strategies that actually work in real gardens. Drop a comment below sharing your composting successes and challenges. I read every single one and love helping our community troubleshoot their soil building journey.